How did you see?
What was happening, Simon?
I'll just turn my volume up and make sure I can hear you.
So you watched that thing I sent you?
Yeah, I watched it. Some good bits in it. Some bits I disagree with. I made some notes.
Right. What do you disagree with?
Her dismissal of the bullet. Um, she's, she. The evidence points to it being 97% accurate. Yeah.
But Simon, let me hold you up there, then. That 3%. Now that's the thing. Isn't like what's happening, Sammy lads, Joker Frosty? Isn't is that not the reason why lie detectors aren't admissible in court because they're only like supposedly 90 some percent?
I don't even think they're that with lie detectors.
You don't think
They
they're
use.
that?
I don't even think they're in the 90s.
No.
No. So, but basically, there's a guy called Alan Zeng. He's a scientist for NIST, which is something science and technology or something. I can't remember, but he he's the bullet analysis guy. He came up with the ways that they measure these bullets, and he's been tested at 97% accuracy when it comes to him saying something.
Simon, I'll stop you there.
Yeah, yeah.
I just don't think 97% is safe enough in a court.
Well, it's about the best that they'll get. It's called. She calls it
100%.
pseudoscience.
You can't turn around and say there is 100% that bullet is the same, like she came out is the same gun.
I wouldn't want to put my name on it, but a scientist has.
Well, that's exactly. So you wouldn't want to put your name onto that, Simon. Like I'm waking up. So last night I thought I'll go down the rabbit hole. Okay, I thought
Yeah,
I'll try find where Simon's coming from. That's what I did in my head.
yeah, yeah.
I ended up coming across that. They were live last night. And I says, right, I'll stick this on. Now, admittedly, I fell asleep a bit, but not in it. I then watched the other hour this morning, and I said, fuck. So there was definitely phone evidence too.
Well, if the phone evidence, if it's this is the to do with the geofence, isn't it? Whose phone are we on about? Are we on about his phone?
Richard Allen's, yeah.
Right. His phone didn't show up.
Well, right, it may not have showed up in the geofence, but there was that they had his device. Like in that, she explains that. She says in that live, she says that we gave or he gave the police his devices or gave them his device number
Yeah,
the
I said
phone
the Mead
and
number.
it was all gave. They say that.
Yeah, and he didn't show up.
The way you made it out to me last night was like he just got rid of his phone.
Well, it sounds like he did get rid of his phone because they didn't have his phone; they just had his Mead number because he gave
But
his
he
Mead
must have
number.
had his phone on him to give that number.
Yeah,
You
and that
don't
was in
just right.
2017. 2017, he gave that number.
Yeah, right. That's another thing. So he ended up 2022. He ended up arrested.
Yeah,
Am I right?
Yeah, October 22.
No, see, it just doesn't sit. Something doesn't sit right with me about this.
It doesn't sit right with me in a way. I can't understand what new evidence has turned up since 2017, other than maybe the bullet analysis. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. So Logan's phone pinged twice at
Yeah.
the
He lived in
murder
the area.
scene. Well, I know that, but hang, do you know what I mean?
Mm. As far as I know, it's only one mast that they've got, so they can't actually pinpoint anybody to an exact location because you need two to do triangulation. So, you know, all those phones that they did pick up were just near the aerial, you know, like the mast, not necessarily in a particular direction of the mast. So it's not the greatest, the greatest evidence, the phone evidence anyway, right? But it didn't pick up Richard, and he said he was looking at
Right. Yeah,
tickers.
the things just come into my head when you start talking because I'm just sitting in a trance, and it just came into my head. She also mentioned about the car. So you said
Who also mentioned about the car?
that's that barrister, that solicitor.
Oh
She
yeah,
mentioned.
she was on about Betsy Blair's statements in that the
Yeah,
car looked nothing.
but she said the sketch alone
It
of
looked
the
nothing
car.
like it. Yeah, Betsy Blair also did a sketch, and the sketch looked nothing like Richard Allen. Yeah,
Well,
it
then
did
there
when you
we
put
go.
it with the other one, but not by itself. So she's a bad witness. Yeah. So take Betsy Blair.
No, but you're just saying she's a bad witness because it doesn't go with your narrative.
Well, she's she's mentioned a car that wasn't there, or was there, but she's mistaken it for Richard. Sorry, mistaken Richard Allen's.
What do you mean?
Well, she saw a car parked, yeah, and she saw somebody who she now knows is Bridge Guy because she'd seen the video of Bridge Guy
Simon,
later.
no, you don't even know who Bridge Gay was.
No. Bridge Guy, you've seen the video of Bridge Guy.
I've seen the video, yes.
Yeah, so's Betsy Blair.
Who is Betsy Blair?
Betsy Blair was another witness on the trail who said that she saw him, but she made a statement that had a car that didn't really look like
So
Richard Allen.
let me ask you this, right? If
Yeah.
Betsy Blair was on that trail, why do you not think it was her?
Because she wasn't one of the people seen by the three girls. The three girls had seen.
Yeah. All right, then we'll pass that. Skip that because
Right, give us 1 sec. I'll just let my dog in.
All right, let your dog in. You've answered that like a politician, Simon. Straight bad. The Joker, Bridge Guy, yes, Joker. We know that. Well, look, we know that, but I was going to say something there. What was it about? It'll come back to me. It's gone out of my head now.
I'll go back to what we're saying about this girl. I can't remember her name now. This Andrea Buckhart.
Yeah.
It's her job to add doubt. You know, so she went through all sorts of different things.
But this is what I don't get, Simon. Is they're going by what's on paper. Like she's not just going to spread a load of lies like the mainstream media do.
No, she's got some good points. You know, she's got points about the legal side. And the way she argued it, she said, but we wouldn't win that anyway. It was to do with changing the judge in an appeal. Well, that can't happen. They've already tried that, and they put the judge that was put in charge of it was.
But hold on, hold on, right? I'll hold you up there.
Okay.
This judge, if you're being brutally honest, this judge is corrupt.
No, not corrupt.
Ah, Simon.
No, I don't think she was.
You
corrupt.
don't think that judge is corrupt?
No, I don't.
So what do you think happened in this case? Where did it go wrong?
They lost the tip at the beginning. So the tip wasn't refound until 2019. and it looks like they cleared it then.
Yes, that's another thing I want to talk about. The day that you brought that up, so they cleared his name.
Yeah,
they cleared his name. What's happening, Michi? They cleared his or Richard Allen.
Yeah,
they cleared him. Went, nah, you have nothing to do with this. And right, and then another thing. Well, it's in my head now. The Odaism, is it called Odaism?
Odaism, yeah.
Right. Suppose now this is from the state. Every like investigator for the state had Odaism in that in the investigation. They just didn't bring it.
The FBI had looked into it, but it was dismissed.
She doesn't say that.
Well, she doesn't say a few things, to be fair.
Oh, Simon.
Well, she said there were 10,000 people on the trails. I think she meant 10,000 tips.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. She did say 10,000 tips, did she not?
Yeah, she said it was 10,000 people on the trails, potentially 10,000 people on the trails. Well, that was just silly, really. There wasn't even 100 people on the trail.
Over what? So you're saying over the space of how many years there wasn't even 100 people on it?
There wouldn't have been 100 people until the search started.
But do you think there over the years how many people would walk that trail?
I don't know, maybe 100 a day.
Jesus, that's some amount.
Well, it's not if you spread it out,
100 a day, right? That's 7 a week, 700 a week. That's what, say 28 days, 7, 14, 28, 2,800 a month.
Yeah, it's not the population of Delphi. Delphi's got 3,000 population, and
got a what?
3,000 population. It's only a little place.
That's still quite a lot for a small place to walk that one trail.
Well, if you think about people came from all over the place to go to the trail because the bridge is quite famous. I'm not sure if it's the longest still standing or something like that, of its type. But people used to go to the bridge because it was quite famous.
Right.
But then there were also people who'd lived in Delphi and never knew that the bridge existed. So.
What's happening? Cool word. No, but right, we're going off subject because we're not in the bridge watching. We're not in the bridge watching, so I think listen, he could be guilty, right? He could be guilty, but at the same time, he like this case is fucked up in the way that the government handled it, not anybody else.
Yeah, because if you're arguing that the government messed it up, and they have done by keeping Judge Gull in the position when.
But you've just said she's not corrupt.
I'm not. She's not corrupt, but put somebody else in, and hopefully they're not corrupt.
I reckon that whole Delphi is corrupt. Like,
I had a theory. Basically, it's to do with white power supremacists. And when I looked into the areas around Delphi, not necessarily Delphi, but Peru, which is where Keegan Klein's family were from, and there's another place nearby as well, Lafayette. They were very big with the Klan, the Ku Klux Klan.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically they're both historical areas for the Ku Klux Klan. And one of my theories was, I wonder if whoever it is that's done it is like a Klan member and getting protected.
What did you get out of that?
Well, you'd never find anything without being on boots on the ground, but it seems a bit far fetched. But
why does it seem far?
It wouldn't happen in this country, I don't think. You're talking about somebody like.
So when it comes to this, like Satanic King, why would they think this and then just go, nah, it wasn't?
What they think it was the hold on, something. Why did the Odinists?
Yeah.
Well, at first, one of the FBI's lines of inquiry was down the side of the scene being satanic.
There was supposed to be like twigs or something.
Yeah, twigs on the bodies. Yeah, So it basically, someone took those as having meaning, but nobody's ever put meaning to them. They just say that it's Norse, and
What did they say that they're blue on the bodies, or
say that again?
what did they say that the twigs magically blue on the bodies that way?
No, he put we suspect he put them onto the bodies to disguise the bodies. So they weren't seen from the helicopter. The bodies, you couldn't see them; they were covered by sticks. So
you still believe in your head that a man eating his own shit, saying that he had a best mate called Burclaw, hypnotizing him, eating the Bible, drinking toilet water to swallow it all down, throwing himself on the ground, running into the wall head first, is credible enough to say that he was guilty?
well, what I said was I'm not taking into account his confessions.
Why, Lou? Because
my theory.
it seems to right when I watched that last night, they say his confessions did matter. Like,
right. Well, they would have mattered, I'm sure, in the eyes of the jury, but
exactly.
They didn't need
but
to
if
show
they didn't need to show them, why did they? Why did they show them and mute them?
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe not to distress the jury.
Simon, it's not about the jury. This is a guy that's doing 130 years. Do you know what? The jury should see everything and then make up its mind whether to distress him or not. No?
Say that again.
The jury should see everything whether it should distress him or not. They should see everything to make their judgment.
Well, as long as it's relevant, yeah, that's true.
So it is relevant, though. It's relevant if they brought in his statements as a thing to help convict him. That's relevant to the case.
Yeah, they should have maybe gone into the mental health a bit more of Richard Allen. They did touch on it, but they didn't.
Yeah, they gave him the worst scoring there could be, as in he was completely mentally disabled or something. They called him.
Well, he managed to have a job as a manager.
No, Simon, I don't. This is the thing. You're frustrating me, and do you know why? He became mentally disabled when he went into fucking solitary confinement for fucking.
Okay, so his first statement then in 2017, he's not mentally ill, and that's.
And he denies ever committing them.
He said an awful lot of things, but look, what I'm saying is, to
convict him, you don't really need
you don't really need his confessions. His confessions just sealed the deal.
No, I know, but Simon Akers. See, the thing is, there's no right. You're so hell bent on this guy because you convicted him, right? You helped convict him, so you're hell bent on him being guilty. Why is Ron Logan just completely out of this case? Give me a thing of why, even though he lied about his alibi, he admitted it. He admitted it.
Oh, that was the word of prisoner, wasn't it? And the prisoner was ruled as trying to advance their position in the prison. I think get some time off.
But what if he did? What if he did? You're only it's a there's a lot it could have happened.
Well, those girls didn't describe. They described somebody shorter than them. Those three girls described somebody shorter than them, and Ron Logan 6'1". He was taller than all of them.
What height is Richard Allen?
5'5".
And you're saying these girls were only 5'5"?
I'm saying they were only slightly taller than him. Yeah,
they were taller than 5'5" at 13.
I don't know. I'm no expert. One of them was quite tall, but the others were just normal height.
Nah, I don't buy it, Simon. I don't buy it. Like, there's a load that I don't buy. Like, I'm not buying into the fact. Like,
Right,
I
so
think
let
if
me write down what I've got to
what,
get proof of. I'll have to prove the height of those girls, yeah?
yeah, his confession, like, you. So, what do you go by? Do you go by the first time he ever said he didn't do it, or are you just going by when he said he did it?
He said he didn't do it in 2017, but he placed
And he said
himself
it
on.
when he was first arrested again,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
then they got his wife in, and he still said he didn't do it.
yeah. But to be honest, would you be admitting to it if you thought you could get away with it? You know,
Why would you eat your own shit and eat the Bible and then admit that, Simon?
well, people. I'm sure people have eaten shit before. But I agree, he was mentally ill. You have to be mentally ill to eat shit, I'm sure. You know. But what I'm saying is, you don't need his confessions.
So
You
you're
don't.
hell bent on the fact that you definitely don't need his confession.
Yeah,
You think they could convict him without his confession? Why did they not allow evidence in then to the fact that that gun?
I think it was partly to do with the his own defence had come up with the ordinance theory, haven't they? And basically, they weren't taken very seriously, and the judge just didn't like it at all. He could see
No,
that.
but hold on a second. Why were they not took serious if that's what their expertise is? Why were they not took serious?
Well, there
Because
was no
she
evidence.
see no hold up, let me finish here a minute. She
Okay.
said it just came to me. She said in that case, she said that the guy that they were bringing in did over 300 expertise things in court cases.
Which guy?
The guy that they were bringing in about the gun evidence.
Oh,
So
right,
why?
yeah.
And he wasn't allowed. His evidence wasn't allowed in, but it was okay for his other 300 cases.
Well, the type of what's it called? Striation marks on the bullet. Yeah, is what they're examining. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. I
and
know what you're on about. I
yeah,
know what
and
you're
it was
doing.
on the
Yeah.
casing. It wasn't actually on the bullet because the
Yes, yeah, I know exactly. Like so, like one gun should match one gun. That's it. But they're saying it's been proven before in a case that there's more than one gun. I can't remember the case, but I'll get it. I'll look that
yeah,
up.
yeah. I'm
But
sure it can happen. You know, I'm sure it can happen, but it's rare.
but what's right? So you're saying it can happen?
Yeah, if they're saying that it can happen, and these are firearms forensic scientists, then I'm sure it can.
Yeah, yeah.
You're still
See, this
relying
is
on. Sorry,
oh
you still rely there on Richard Allen being unlucky enough to have an identical gun to the one that was used in a murder that he placed himself at the scene 3 days
no.
after it.
Hold up. When he said did he place himself right at the scene, or did he place himself on the trail?
He was on the trail, but he said that he was looking at fish, and to look at the fish, you need to be on the bridge.
Right? What's right? I don't see how. Are you? So you're just he's guilty because he was on this bridge.
Uh, no, basically, he's guilty because he's the girl that if law
So
enforcement are
you're
telling
telling
us
me
that,
you're telling me if he doesn't go to the place, tell him that he's on the bridge, he gets away with this.
yeah,
This is that can't like can't fathom how much this doesn't register with me, and it's I don't know
well, he
how it's
probably
not.
had to put himself on the bridge with the three girls because he would have remembered that the three girls had seen him. So he was
What? But
probably
surely they never realistically knew who it was.
no, but he didn't know that.
Well, he did because he waited 3 days and he went, and they still never knew who it was.
Yes, but he didn't know that the three
So
girls had seen
there was
Bridge
no
Guy because the
blood,
video
no
for Bridge Guy.
nothing ever. There was nothing ever found. No DNA, no nothing at all.
No, there was no DNA at the scene.
And there was
Even though
no
they
blood
still-
ever found in his house, in his cars, nothing.
No.
I don't know how that's even possible.
Well, it's odd, isn't it? But there's another witness who witnessed a man muddy and bloody on the road to the north of the bridge, and this is the way that he suspects that Richard Allen escaped, or Bridge Guy escaped. Sorry, not Richard Allen. Yeah, and he was described as muddy and bloody at 3:27 or something, which gives him a timeline for a car to be moving. And what they do is they actually get a car that is identical to Richard Allen's.
Yeah, I know what to do. Yeah,
yeah, and what's
Set
called
him
the
up.
North.
Simon,
nothing to-
you're like the more I am seeing your story seems to just be falling apart, and I'm being brutally honest.
Well, I'm confident with it. You know, if he's ever proven not guilty, or they find somebody else guilty,
We're not going to find somebody else if he's fucking dead. The guy that did it.
well, he's one of the suspects that got cleared. You know, there's other people who got cleared as well, I'm sure.
Who got cleared?
But Ron Logan,
Because he was dead.
he was at a fish shop or something.
Why was there CCTV of him at the?
No, he had a receipt for buying fish.
I know, but right. So let me talk you through this. This is a thing that'll maybe contradict that. Do you know, seeing that Holly Bobo case, your guy that suppose he did it had a receipt, a written receipt for buying a mattress that day. A written receipt.
Right.
For buying a mattress that day, but everybody's convinced that it was that guy, Terry Britt, you call him. Go look into that guy, made one sick puppy. So, let me then ask you this. So, why did they give him 4 years for a driving offence?
4 years for a driving offence. It's for lying about it.
But it's still only a driving offence when you think about it.
Yeah, but he just lied about it at the wrong time.
Do you not think? Well, do you not think if he's innocent of that crime, 4 years is a hefty thing to do for a crime that you never committed? I'm just saying, I wasn't driving.
Yeah, but included in that, you've got to take into account that he was lying at the time. 2 girls that were missing. You know, it wasn't very bright, Ron Logan, I'm sure.
No, I well admit that wouldn't have been the bright. I'm not saying it would have been the brightest thing to do, but what I'm saying is, do you not think that there's just suspicion all around that alone?
Repeat that again.
Do you not think there's suspicion all around that alone?
It's odd, isn't it? You know, yeah. I don't know. Personally, I think Ron Logan got it hard, but you know, was due what he got, really. So he was breaking the law, and he was lying about it to law enforcement when they really needed people to tell the truth. Hello?
Yeah, I'm still here. I'm just thinking. Don't worry. When I stop talking, that's me thinking.
No worries.
I think you're hell bent on one like this guy just being convicted, because then if he's not convicted, like you'll be like, whoa.
I'm convinced. Yeah. So,
but you've never nothing is solid proof to convict this guy without even there's reasonable doubt in it all.
There's reasonable doubt on the bullet, isn't there? You know, because
100%.
There's reasonable doubt.
There's reasonable doubt that he even was there, that he got that tank.
He placed himself there, and
yes. See, he placed himself on the trail, but there's nothing to ever say that he was down where they were killed. So, to place himself on the trail.
There is. The thing that points him down to where they were killed is one is he said down the hill. Yeah.
Oh, Simon! Simon, you're going by a video that you don't even know if it's him.
No, I'm taking the word of the three girls who spotted Bridge Guy.
But
yeah.
They never once said it was Richard Allen.
No, but Richard Allen said I saw the three girls.
See, we're like, this is the bit that I'm trying to tell you about, right? We know that there's no hang to say he wasn't on that bridge, but there's reasonable doubt to say that he was on that bridge at the time they were killed. Reasonable doubt to say he went down that hill after them. Reasonable doubt to say that he was getting that video. Reasonable doubt to say that the gun matched up to his gun. Reasonable doubt with fucking everything else. Reasonable doubt that your guy Keegan Kyle or whatever was fucking the last one to be in contact with him. Well, there's no reasonable doubt there, but there's reasonable doubt in Richard Allen's side that the fact that he was never in contact with these people.
Right. There's a lot of reasonable doubts there. There's reasonable doubt over the bullet, but only because it's subjective. And there's no doubt that he saw the three girls. Yeah. So
correct. Yeah. I'm not denying. Yeah, 100%.
So now the girls have been told that this is Bridge Guy and shown the video. Yeah. And they've all gone, that's the guy that passed us. Yeah. So now
just for the red, or just for the chat, these three girls are different girls.
Yeah, they're all friends. I think two of them are sisters. So I'll look into that proving the height on the girls, and I'll get the proof that they said what they said as well about the guy being shorter than them. So.
True, there's no way you enjoyed that much, right? No, but right. So just for the chat, this is three different girls that they were mates with that he passed. It wasn't the two girls.
Yeah, there's three girls and two girls in two different groups. The two girls were the two girls that got murdered, and the three girls are the three girls that made a witness statement.
Yeah.
So, one of them was called Cheyenne. I think she was the oldest one. I think she was the tall one. So I'll try and Google it and see what I come up with. And that would prove that Ron Logan was too tall. It proves that Keegan Klein's too tall as well.
So you're basically convicting somebody on their height. Like the world's gone mental, man.
No. I'm just saying that helps with the identification of Richard Allen.
How does it, Lou? How does it?
Because you said that
how many more people in that county or whatever it is have or that height, man?
All I'm trying to do is rule out people that are tall. Yeah. So and
what you're trying to do is rule out Richard Allen, no Ron Logan.
Rule out Ron Logan, yeah, because he's too tall for a start. He wears glasses. The Bridge Guy doesn't have glasses. I know you mentioned that you can take them on and off, but he was lying at the wrong time, and I think that's as bad as it gets with Ron Logan.
You're hell bent on that.
Yeah, I'd look at a different suspect, but who I don't know.
What did you say there?
Well, when you're looking at all the different people, all the names that came up, most of them have been ruled out. So, I think I'd look at some of the other ones over Ron Logan. Ron Logan was just an idiot with his lie, this is something. She came up with a name. She kept adding names. Patrick Westfall and Brad Holder with two names that she included, and that's like that wasn't allowed at a trial.
Yeah. So for the chat here, who are these two people?
Yeah. So Patrick Westfall was an Odinist, I think, if I get it right. And he was proved to be too far away. He would have needed to travel at 400 miles an hour to get to where he wanted. So,
right.
so to get to the bridge. So there's no way he did that. Brad Holder, I think his son went out with one of the girls, and his son made some odd statements, I think, on Facebook.
Right. Well, tell us more about the statements on Facebook.
Well, I'm gonna have to look into it. I'll look into it for you. So, Brad Holder. I just can't remember at the moment.
No, that's all right. We'll give you time. Don't worry.
Yeah, I'll look into that as well, Brad Holder. So she was naming names, which is what her job is, to add doubt, So, and she was adding names that just couldn't have done it. So that's what Judge Gull was trying to get, a stop to, because there were so many names mentioned.
Why? What? Right? Why could they? What? Right? Yeah, I know you said one would have had to travel at 400 miles per hour. What is the evidence to say that person had to do that?
Because he was within half an hour of the crime. He was 200 miles away.
Where was his, how do you know he was 200 miles away?
Just I have to go back and through and have a look. Brad Holder. Let's prove where he was. Yeah. Brad Holder's one of those names that I've read about it and just dismissed him straight away because of how impossible it seems. But I can't remember how, what city he was in and that type of thing. He wasn't local.
So what about the guy that made the Facebook statements? The young lad.
His son, he said something about nutting in his, it looked like a joke, but I'll get that details, son's details. But that's Brad Holder, son's story. Yeah. What else did I pick up on? Oh yeah, that was something I'd learned new today. Was that Brad Holder's son and Abby had texted each other on the day. So Brad Holder's son did know where the girls were going. So, but that's new to me.
That's new to you, so you're finding out stuff even new about this case.
Yeah.
What? How many years on? How many years have you been on the beat for this?
2018, I started following this.
Yeah, well, I'm about a weekend.
Yeah, at first it's just a headbanger. Yeah, but you're looking at all the right things. What I do is I'll send you another video to have a look at. If you send in videos, try and keep them like an hour and a half long maximum.
I know, but that one last night, I randomly came across that, so I was just going into the rabbit hole, and it came up that they were live, and I says, "What's that?" I'll click on that, and I clicked on it and watched it, and I was like, "Fuck!" So
It was
that
one of the
judge,
better ones. Yeah, it was one of the better ones.
that judge didn't even let them have water in the court.
Well, I don't know about that.
Well, she says it at the start of that. She says it. She says the judge didn't let us have water. And you know, when you were afraid of losing your place if you went to the water fountain to get a drink. So what was the judge trying to do? Fucking make them dehydrate in court?
Yeah, it's an odd one. I don't know. So, right, I'll go and do my homework.
What's happening, PP? Yeah, right. Go do your homework.
I'll come back. All right. Take it easy, pal.
Man. Yeah, we'll get there in the end. What time is it? 6:05. Yeah. Hold on a second. Yeah, so seen that person shoot the woman in America too. There's too many that we're onto here, but I suppose I need to do that.